Hey now, how is everybody doing? Welcome to Red Alert Diaries Live with Tanya E. Hood. I'm hoping your day was amazing, and I want to let you guys know that when I share the information that I give you, it's because I have walked through it myself. I've gone through the storms as well, walking through some of the journeys, trying to figure it out. And in the midst of me doing that, I have got to apply what I teach, share, and show. This week, this week has been a week that's given me pause and reminded me of my conflict sequence. If you listen to this morning's episode, then you know what I'm talking about when I say conflict sequence. And if you didn't, go back and watch. But what I share is that there are things that will happen in life. When we're walking through life and trials show up, I kind of think about it as broken escalators. You know how you walking around and you see the escalator? They turn into stairs. You can still use them. It's a little bit more work to get where you gotta go, but you can still reach your destination because you know how to walk. You know how to move on the steps. Going through your conflict sequence gives you insight about how to use the broken escalator. The work is still needed, but being aware of how you show up in stage one when things are going well, you're still thinking about everybody else and how you can be okay. Depending on how you normally focus your attention, it looks different for everyone. In this morning's episode, I was talking about the person whose focus is on performance. When you walk through that and you barrel past stage one, dipping down into the other stages, you need to pull up different strengths. We all contain strengths in ours, but because of situations that arise, we have a tendency to pull on one or two. I am an individual that likes to strategize. I like to plan. I am designed for strategy and structure. But there are moments in order for me to get out of my conflict sequence, to be able to get healed, to get whole, to move into a better direction, I've got to pull on other elements. When you find yourself, like my situation this week, strategy is not going to get me through it. We like to think that if strategy is the go-to to get you through all the stuff that you do all the time when you're managing conflict, strategy is not going to get you through every situation. There are moments you're going to have to pause, which is one of the techniques that I shared, and pull up a different strength. This week, I had to focus my attention on being more supportive, on making certain that I don't have to be the one to come up with all the answers. Because in my normal day to day, my regular job, because I'm still working full time while I'm sharing the insights that I share with you all in this moment, because I like what I do and I'm built for it. Being strategic as a project manager is what I'm built for, both personally and professionally. But there are moments when you are walking through life, how you function on a professional level, that strength can be put on full force. But if you're switching it to a personal environment, you need to pause. And this week, I have had to pause. I had to pause to recognize that analyzing the situation is not going to get me through because I barrel down. And if I'm barreling past stage one in my conflict sequence, I've got to move past that point by recognizing I have other strengths. And that means asking for support. That means pausing long enough to recognize I don't have all the answers. There are moments that when you find the broken escalator, you have to take it one step at a time. So when you find yourself in the trials of life walking through and you have a broken escalator, put in the work one step at a time. Step one may mean I can't control this situation. So I need to be more supportive of those that could find a solution. Because if you are always the person that everybody goes to, it is difficult for you to turn that off so that you can let someone else lead. Oh, the natural leaders in us just don't want to let others do things. But if you keep walking through a situation where you're using your strength in one area all over the place, thinking it's going to be supportive, it won't. You'll be further down the road than you need to be, often by yourself because you've alienated the people that could have been there when you were in stage one conflict. So pausing is a great strategy that I shared, but here's another thing that I shared this morning. Let somebody hold you accountable. Too many times when we're walking through our situations, because we have a tendency to believe that if this strength works here, this strength will work there. There's a saying that I've heard: what you do in one place, you do everywhere else. That is not always a term that will be supportive of you, because you can have a powerhouse strength here that will not support you there. So when you find yourself walking one step at a time, pull up a different strength. I had to pause and be more supportive and focus on the people that were around me, find out what their needs were. Just be a listening ear and not provide advice. Because the leader in me wants to make certain I give you an answer, give you a response. And that is not what I was called to do this week. It was difficult, as it typically is when you are not relying on your most dominant strength. But in the long run, it will get you step by step by step to your destination. And when you arrive, you won't be by yourself. The people in your world will know that you care. The people in your world will know that you are there. The people in your world will be okay, recognizing that there is a part of you that they can tap into that will help them on the journey. And that will eliminate a lot of the conflict that you may find. Because sometimes your conflict moments show up because people are already trying desperately to figure out how to field themselves against you, put up the shields that they need, the boundaries in place to protect them from you. Oh, don't let that be your story. Pause, be accountable, and then pull up a different strength. I had to pull up a strength of focusing more on others today, when I'm usually the natural leader that's assertive and how to give the strategy to move into a better direction. But that's not what strength I needed to pull this week. Because with me given the opportunity to let another strength show up, I got the opportunity to see other people and my family do some amazing things, support me on my journey this week. Because even though I know what to teach, I know how to show it, I know how to live it, walking through the storm still hurts. Sitting in the rain, you still get wet, even if you got an umbrella, if it's raining hard enough. Just get through it. Because the beauty about a broken escalator is that you still got steps. Just do the work. The work in the middle of the storm is not easy, but you're built. You are built to do hard things. And there's another strength inside of your soul that will get you through the journey, that will help you on this path, and someone else will get the opportunity to be blessed by you and won't let the chaos continue to reign as they try to figure out how to shield themselves against you if you are that individual, like I was talking about in this morning's episode. And so for today, if you don't remember anything else I've shared, here's the one thing I want you to know. Even though you may be the person that typically has all the answers that everybody usually goes to, because the natural leader in you knows how to get things done, pull up a different strength. Because sometimes your assertive nature and reaching a goal can alienate you. And it also causes others not to know how to be present for you when you are actually going through your storm. So pull up a different strength. And if you want someone to join you on the journey, feel free to go to my website, tanyaehood.com. There you can go to the Contact Me tab and reach out to me so we can talk more. It'll give me an opportunity to get to say hi, and I can give an opportunity to give you something that you can take away. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose taking my steps as I go through the storm. I want you to do the same. Take care.